So we're building a water wheel, and this is what we have to start with. The wheels are going to mount here. This is going to hold a water barrel, and there's going to be a hinge coming out from the center with the 3 water wheels. The point of those is just to poke holes in the ground and put water in them, so you have a water source and the water wheels, and you can make good spaced plantings really quickly. There's 2 seats right here and right here for people to sit and transplant, and those will need posts that come out from the underneath of it. And we're building shelves that have a lot of space on the top, 1 diagonal space in the center, and 1 smaller shelf underneath. And the tractor drags it with a tongue hitch. And we're building all the accessory parts right now, and the seats. The seats will move and adjust for taller or shorter people or for height. The wheels are going to lift up and down to engage or disengage the rolling for planting or driving. And the water is going to have all sorts of plumbing to make for adjustments between the individual water wheels. We're using steel posts that are trellis posts. They're kind of like a C-channel, but not square, so it's kind of hard, but it's all right. Anything to add?
Water tank.
Here's our water tank. We're using a tank that used to hold neem oil. You could use a rain barrel. We're using a 55-gallon drum just because it's around, but ideally you would have something bigger. Depending on your planting, you would want like up to 150 gallons. Some people do 2 80-gallon tanks. But, 150 gallons will give you about 26 seed flats of water. You would have to have more shelving as well to hold all of those flats. But we have room for about 20 flats, and we're doing 55 gallons. So it might be that we have to refill water more often than we like, but I'd rather do that than buy a barrel at this point. We can always put on a bigger one if we need to.
What day is this?
It's Sunday, the 22nd, 2013.
I mean, how long is?
Year of our Lord. It's day 4.
What are we doing each day?
Day 3, we built the bottom
Start
frame.
with day 1.
Day 1, we
Didn't we do the shelves?
Yeah, you're right. Day 1 we did the shelves. And those we just used fence post angle.
Can you show them?
This is the one on top. It's gonna mount right here. one's gonna go on the diagonal like that. And this one can go something like here, something that doesn't intersect the diagonal shelf, but it's above the wheels. It could even be back here, or here.
What if you put it next to the seat?
We could put it next to the seat.
What if we used it as a footrest? No, never mind.
Oh, that's, your feet would be up pretty high.
Yeah.
It might not be very comfortable. Who cares?
What did we do on day 2?
On day 2, we built the bottom frame arms and the hitch. Most of the work, and these verticals.
Mm-hmm.
We worked a lot on getting the angles right. This coming down to the wheels is a 20-degree pitch that way. And then the hitch is square with the frame. The verticals are squarish, not really.
It's the hitch. And then day 3.
Day 3, we started on the barrel mount and put these arms on. These arms are really strong because they support both the water barrel and the shelf. And
Gussets will be added.
we took the dimensions of our barrel and made a saddle for it so it would kind of sit in this square. And then underneath, there's going to be these 2 V's kind of hugging the side of the barrel.
You want to show it on the barrel? So these actually are cut to sit with the flat on the inside, and it sits right on the rim here.
And then the square frame is going to get welded all over the barrel.
Yeah, so that frame will...
And this whole saddle will just get welded right to the frame. If you can imagine, this is here, the other one's there, so the barrel's right here. Tomorrow
There'll be another set of arms too.
Welding these together.
So this is day 4, right?
Yeah. Today we.
Oh, on day 3 we also did the
Scratch.
end caps.
Oh yeah, the end caps. So we're
Oh,
working
wow.
with this weird fencing. So we put end caps on all of the ends just to provide some strength and clean it up. And we put those on the arms as well. And today we're working on design challenges for the way we're going to mount the seat posts.
We also don't have any welding gas.
We also don't have any welding gas. So I cut some stuff over here. That's gonna mount. This is gonna mount a hinge that holds the water wheels up. So you've got 3 points that are gonna be welded to the frame, and then these points hold the arms, which is just some square channel that we had lying around. So those 2 arms are going to fasten onto the interior axle, which holds the water wheels. This is 30 inches wide. And you can space them, like if you're doing 2 rows, you could space 2 water wheels here and here, or even farther out if you have a wide bed. But it's got enough room that you could fit 3 water wheels on for 3 row spacing. So today we were trying to figure out how to have this axle have enough room while also having seat posts and shelves and whatnot. But I think we've got it. We have it all drawn out. And we found our seats today. And we're building those right now.
So what are the wheels gonna be like?
We bought a spindle. Why don't you talk about the wheels?
All right. The wheels will be there's some 114 rims which have some like 245 tires on them, I think. So they're pretty wide actually, and there's gonna be a piece of angle here like this, and then another one with it, so that you can drill a hole in the two pieces and weld a spindle on, and the wheel will be actually very close to this, probably less than an inch away, because of the width of the wheel and the requirements for bed spacing. It's about a 50-inch inner diameter. I mean inner length between beds, 50 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought from Surplus Center a 1-inch spindle and a low-speed 5-lug idler wheel bearing. And that was actually like under $20 for both those items. So it was about $50 including shipping to get it here. And so that's pretty cheap. And we got the wheels from Craigslist for $10 each. So that was also pretty cheap. And yeah, it'll just be a pretty simple idler wheel assembly. So that's about it for now, right?
Yeah.
Day 4. We did do a destructive test at one point, prematurely, I think. We bent this fence post here. That was before we dropped it on the ground, before it had the gussets on and before it had those square tabs. So it bent the fence post. So the hitch is actually angled up a little bit, which is a good thing. So that was done. Good.
Tank, wheels, hitch feet, water wheels, shelves, seats, up down motion.
Yeah.
That's the to-do list.